and welcome to It's Only TV, but I Like It, the show that has all the thrills of the big top, but without the overpowering stench of dung. Our first team captain, then, is the king of the trapeze. Yes, he'll dare to eat without a safety net. He's the only one who the clown's trousers actually fit. It's the legendary Phill. And on my right, a man who we know as the ring master and... and friend to the clowns. Yes, he's never happier than when he's tucked up in bed with his cocoa. It's the sword-swallowing Julian. Joining Julian's team tonight is exciting YTV news signing Kirsty Young. During the time at Channel 5, Kirsty presented the early evening news sitting on a desk. She then presented the late night blue news sitting on a photocopier. At a recent wedding, the chapel was decorated with pink roses in Campbell's soup tins in honour of her Scottish family name, the clan Cream of Mushroom. Completing Julian's team this evening, it's Oz Clarke. Wine expert Oz began his career as an actor in 1974. Proof can be found in that year's copy of Spotlight.
Oh. Where did I get that shirt?
Oz says he discovered one of his favourite Australian wines on a nudist beach. One sip and he was getting wood. Joining Phil's scene this week, from Changing Rooms, it's Handy Andy. The success of Andy's character on Changing Rooms has spawned quite a few imitations on TV now. We have the pacifist builder, Gandy Andy. The children's builder, Handy Andy Pandy. The cross-dressing Dutch builder, Randy Mandy Andy. And the electrical retailer and part-time barman cellist, Bandy Shandy Tandy Andy. Andy's attempt at a pop career has been slow to develop, despite this, and you know this is coming now, don't you, Andy? Despite this sterling cover version of If I Had a Hammer.
No!
You did it!
Don't go there, all right? Don't go there.
I'll tell you what, if I had a hammer... And completing the lineup this evening, a woman who no kitchen should be without. It is, of course, Fern Britton, ladies and gentlemen. Fern has said of herself, when I walk into a room, I feel as if I'm the Queen Mary who's docked and is surrounded by little tugs. You know, when I think of you, Fern, I also feel like a little tug. If you know what I mean. And those are our teams, ladies and gentlemen. The first round this evening is all about bad news. I'll show the teams a TV moment from the archives, where the drama is interrupted by a shock revelation. Teams, your clip is taken from the kids' television show Bob the Builder. Can you guess what Dame Fortune has in store for little Bob?
Oh, spot on. I can see it now. And the winners are Bob and Mavis.
Bob?
Huh? What?
Phone. It's, Mavis.
Hello, Mavis. I've got a really good feeling about tonight. Huh? Oh, no. How did you do that? On the jogging machine? Oh, dear. It can't be helped. OK, then. Bye.
Oh, bad news?
Couldn't be worse.
Phil and team, I'm going to come to you first. What news has Bob just received?
Well, I don't know what the news is, but it's nice to see Emma Bunton getting a bit of work.
Well, Mavis could have had one of those freak accidents where her tongue got stuck in the conveyor belt on the jogging machine and it's just going...
That could happen to Mavis because she's... Yeah, I'll tell you what the bad news is. It that Bob has got a tiny plasticine penis?
On a kids' show, yeah, that's going to happen, isn't it? It doesn't satisfy my plasticine lady needs.
No, but...
I want that morph. Morph gives me the loving I need. Morph with his ever-expanding penis that Tony Hart so lovingly shapes. Andy.
Yes, Jonathan.
It's nice to see someone come on TV unashamedly dressing like a working-class person. I mean, genuinely, it's nice. It's nice to see someone who isn't so worried about his image that he doesn't make an effort. It's nice.
I don't think Timberland is particularly working class.
Is it not?
No.
Yeah, but he's bought out a knockoff from the market, hasn't he?
I'm going home this.
No, Andy. You're obviously not genuinely working class, Andy. I heard you backstage with, oh, yeah, 3 years at RADA. All for this. I could do so much better for myself. I do a good working class, but you should hear my Indian. What do you think?
She sprained her ankle.
You think she sprained
her ankle? She can't go there and I'll do some dancing.
OK.
I do a good Indian, but that's another story. You know, he's got a friend, what's his friend called Muck the Digger in the show, which reminded me that I've got a friend called Fudge the Packer.
I'll tell you what, that's worth the licence fee right there, isn't it?
What was he doing at the beginning?
Put your jacket down.
Oh, dear.
Exactly. That's better. Now speak.
What was he doing at the beginning of the show?
He was line dancing. I think he's been line dancing, and she's obviously twisted her ankle or something. And I do wonder why he's dressed as a builder with his hat on and everything in the comfort of his own home.
Andy's been around doing some DIY.
Well, maybe he's knocking up a tall boy out the back somewhere.
That's quite obviously not a hard hat area, is it?
No, that's what I thought.
Let's see how close you are then.
Couldn't be worse. Mavis has sprained her ankle. There's no way she can dance tonight.
You are both spot on, that's right. The show features Muck the Digger, Lofty the Crane, Dizzy the Cement Mixer, and in one concession to reality, Phill the Dole Money. Bob has a regular catchphrase, can we fix it? To which his gang of builders reply, get your tits out! At the end of that round, I see that Phil's team have 3 points, Julian's team have 3 points as well. Our next round puts Oz at something of an advantage. It takes as its subject the moment on food and drink when he and Jilly Goulden describe a couple of bottles of supermarket plonk. We have obtained footage of a typical tasting from the food and drink archives, together with an identical bottle of the wine in question. Phil's team will go first. Here are your glasses. Would you pass those along?
Thank you.
OK. Your wine to sample this evening is this. It's a red from South Australia. It was reviewed by Jilly Goulden and introduced on the show as follows.
Now, this is made from the Grenache grape, which has its roots in the Rhone Valley in France, but here it's been transported to McLaren Vale in southern Australia to give this real cracker. Now, just take a glance at the label. It says 14.5% alcohol. This is no mealy-mouthed red, I can tell you. Now, nose in.
Nose in? Your job, Phill and team, is quite simply to describe its taste and smell. You'll score 1 point for anything you say which matches Jilly's original description. You want to start tasting now, please? I found a bucket in the cupboard, the BBC cupboard, for you to spit out into if you want. Got some ash and stuff in it. I don't know what that is.
Mushrooms, black
It was a
currants,
Christmas show. I'll give you a clue there.
Oh, cranberries, cinnamon, nutmeg, Christmas
Snake
pudding.
sanctuary on the outskirts of Bideford.
Roast potatoes, sprouts, stuffing, chipolatas gravy.
2 weasels shaving.
Brandy butter, sick afterwards.
A cheap whore in Dagenham.
You know what's great is, what different lifestyles you two lead.
The Queen at 3. What happened to Morecambe and Wise at Christmas Day?
You are just
all that
pissed
stuff,
now, aren't you?
isn't
Imagine you are Jilly, become Jilly.
How could I? I've not got broken collarbones for a kick-off.
You were getting into the builders lingo then, I like that.
No. I was going to say carpets sticking out the back of a Volvo. MDF, jigsaws, cordless drills.
Do women normally go for that kind of line?
Hey, man,
Carpet
don't you believe it, baby?
Carpet sticking out the back of me Volvo. All right, Andy.
Yeah.
Let's compare now what you were saying to Jilly's quite remarkable original.
Now, nosing. And it's very Christmassy. It's got a sort of piney scent to it, like brushing past a Christmas tree. It's got a little sort of brandy butter edge, a little bit of sort of macerated Christmas cake fruit in there. I know I'm getting carried away with the Christmas theme, but it really is what it calls to mind. Figs, dates, lovely rich red mulberries, big wine, big juicy fruity flavours, and very sweet with the turkey, I can tell you, because we've tried it.
Excuse me, Jonathan, that's bollocks. It tastes awful.
Did it taste bad? Well, you get 2 there because you got brandy and butter. Very well done there. Congratulations. Julian's team's turn now. Now, your wine is a Chardonnay from Greece. It was described by Oz on the very same programme.
This first wine here is Greek. It's the Antonopoulos Chardonnay from the North Peloponnese. And look at that lovely, inviting gold-green colour.
Have we missed something here?
What?
Was that Oz Clarke up there?
Yeah.
Is that Oz Clarke over there?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so for us it's a guessing round, and for them it's a remembering round.
It's a year and a half later, though.
Yeah, it's a year and a half later, and also he's obviously lost most of his brain cells from the constant boozing.
Well, I can remember the flavours, I just can't remember any of the words I used.
OK.
I remember that I picked up a cheeky little Greek in Corfu once.
And Leid, on that occasion, would you care to spit out? Are you swallowing these days, Julian?
Went straight to my head.
Cheers. I think it's, well, it's...
I can taste wood. I can taste trees. I can smell bush. I'd rather have a mouthful of strong Bulgarian, wouldn't you?
You dirty, dirty boy, Clary.
It's a spunky wine.
It is. It's, I get wood off this, same as you do.
Oh, steady?
Yes, I get.
You know what? I think we're witnessing the birth of a new showbiz couple.
Have you ever had your nose stuck in a blue nun? Come on, we need the answers off you.
Well, you got toast on this.
Toast?
Toast. It's got a honey, and it's also peaches and melons and a wheelbarrow full of ugly fruit. I thought you'd like that one,
yeah,
Julian.
I like that.
You know, normal weekday out.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Toast to me. What do you think?
I think, well, bearing in mind they were on a sort of Christmassy theme, I think it smells a bit like sort of Rudolph the Reindeer's sweaty old knackers to me. I think it's
Reindeer's knackers.
I think we have got butter in this. Now, I actually do think it's sort of butter melting through toast. So you're lying in bed on a Sunday morning and you're just, the papers have been got by someone else. There's a smell of coffee coming up from downstairs. You know who's getting it for you, and you know who you're going to get it from.
Yeah, that's great. As I said, if you could talk about the wine, I'd really appreciate it.
All right, then.
You are so far off the mark. Let's have a look at what you actually said back then. Here we go.
And the smell, which magnificently manages to combine a sort of deep, brooding memory of bonfires and haylofts and oatmeal with succulently ripe fruit. It tastes so good. It is smoky, it is oatmealy, and there's a nuttiness like the sweetest of Brazils, but there's a richness there too, like honeycomb being crumbled into caramel.
No toast, no butter.
Naught.
You got honey. No, you got one. You got honey there.
That was a mistake.
How come you were so wrong, just out of interest? Is the wine different, or...?
I wasn't really thinking about the wine at all. I was just thinking, another couple of glasses and this, not anybody's. That's all I was thinking of.
There you are.
And at the end of that round, I see the Phill team are doing magnificently well with 5 points, guys. You've got a lot of catching up to do. You have only 4.
It's hard.
It is time now for Granny Knows Best, where our teams chance their arms with several sprightly senior citizens. We asked our OAPs to describe some of their favourite TV shows and personalities. It's for the teams now to decide who or what they're on about. The sooner they guess the right answer, the more points they'll get. For viewers who'd prefer not to know the answer, please look away from your screens right now. Teams, can you now tell me who or what Ada, Margaret and Tom are on about here?
He's very slim. I should imagine I don't know whether he's right tall or not, because he's always working, he's always doing something over, so I don't know whether he's very tall or not.
It's good though, I mean, he goes to, with Jim Davis, and he goes to snooker, all little things. He likes plenty of sports, doesn't he? He goes all round, you know, with the company like that, doesn't he?
Bit of a runt, actually, you know. He doesn't look anything impressive, you know what I mean? He's the kind of a guy who was walking down the street, you wouldn't look at him twice.
Julian's team, I'm going to come to you first.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, a bit of a runt. And she said he's always bending over.
Always bending over.
Which made us think of gardening thing.
Titchmarsh, Alan Titchmarsh.
Titchmarsh, bending over. He bends over a lot. He may well be described by some unkind people as a bit of a runt.
Bit of a runt.
Personally, I like him.
I like him.
Yeah.
And his books.
Do you buy his books?
No.
Is there a book on bending over?
Not my own. Illustrated manual.
A pop-up.
Have you got to...
Or should there be a pop-down? I don't know.
Well, the only thing we can come up with is Alan Titchmarsh, I think.
Titchmarsh, you're going with Titchmarsh?
We are.
You're wrong. Phill, Steve?
I don't know. Who do you think? I've no idea.
Can't be Steve, can it?
The Jim Davison thing you thought was...
Yeah.
Snooker.
Snooker, he kind of fled.
Snooker players bend over quite a lot.
They bend over.
Steve Davis?
Steve Davis.
You think Steve Davis?
Yeah.
You're wrong. OK, it's now a sudden death shootout. Put your fingers on your buzzers, please, team. Whoever gets it first picks up the points that are left on the screen. Take it away.
I have watched him, and I've watched him, honestly, come up from down the round to...
Phill?
Is it Hitler?
People who have worked with him might agree with you, but no, it isn't.
Once you've got up there, lovey, there's only one way, and that's down. And I would hate to see him come down so much, but I would love to see somebody take a little knock at him.
Jonathan Ross?
No.
He seems to have a way with him, doesn't he? Because he's always with the girls, and that's how I know, but... Don't know a lot much about him, but I know that he's got ginger hair sort of thing, and
Phill?
Evans.
It is Chris Evans. That's right. You can see it makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from the Jim Davidson line that makes no sense to any of us. OK, 2 points to your team for that. Very well done. It's reported in the papers that Chris recently took a Soho prostitute into his home. She says they never went further than kissing and cuddling. I would have thought with his money he could have had the full whack, wouldn't you? No. He also gave her a job on Virgin Radio, which made it the only radio station with regular traffic updates from the whore in the sky. Let's have a look at another, and again, if you'd like to play along at home, look away from your screen right now. OK, here's your first set of clues, teams.
She got dark hair. Short and curly, I think it was. If I can remember, it was short and curly. Yes, it was short.
She's nice looking. She's nice looking. I bet out of that programme and she's, you know, going out, I bet she is nice, because she has a bonny face, hasn't she? I think she's a bonny face. Lovely and round, and yeah, and she speaks nice and all.
Brilliant. She's one that warms your heart when you watch her. She's got a nice, gentle way and a lovely way. I've only seen her in Gloria Hunniford. And the reason I had her Gloria Hunniford on was because I wanted to see Daniel O'Donnell eating salmon.
But haven't we all tuned in for just that very sight?
She's got a round face.
Or Carol Vorderman, Carol Smiley?
Smiley's blonde here.
Oh, yeah,
dark.
she is, yeah.
But then that don't mean anything, does it?
You don't know.
Carol's not a natural blonde, though, is she?
No.
How do you know?
I was trying to get some information out of you there.
Vorderman.
Let's go for Carol Vorderman.
You going for Carol Vorderman?
Yeah.
I can see exactly why you think that. I'm afraid you're wrong. OK?
Oh, Fern.
Sorry.
Julian's thing?
I was thinking Davina McCall, I don't know why, just because she warms your heart.
She does warm me up. Once again, I can see exactly why you've gone that route. You are wrong. All right, fingers on the buzzers. Here we go.
I think she has to portray to the people that are listening, and there's so many people watching, of course, you know. I've seen them put applause, clap, hush, shut up, whatever.
They each fetch their little bag. She calls them from the audience, and they come down and fetch their little bag each.
It's me.
It is you. Let's see what else I had to say about you, lovely Fern.
She gets it way. You know, she gets in the way of the... And then there'll be something that's needed out of the cupboards at the back. And they said, to get rid of her, I think. And then at the end, when she said, right, now then, down to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, and they go down to 0. Now then, they're pushing, because she's been nattering at them all the time.
And at the end of that round, I see that Julian's team have 4 points. But it's very close, because Phil's team are only ahead by 7 points with 11. We move on now to the round that I always look forward to each week. We call it channel hopping, where our guests act out clues to TV signature tunes for their team captains to guess. Phil's team will go first. Andy and Fern, if you please make your way over there inside the TV screen behind me. When Phil presses on this oversized remote control, everyone but Phil will hear the signature tune to a well-known show. And that is because, of course, Phil will be wearing these hilarious soundproof headphones. There you go. Guaranteed chuckle. And so, Phil, if you've got your headphones on, let the channel hopping commence.
Spirits all the time. Though I have you, still she's always on my mind.
Crocodile Rock.
No.
No. Oh, Crocodile Shoes.
Yes.
The Vice.
Vice, there you go. Go on, Fern.
Sale of the Century.
Sale of the Century.
Oh, right. Very good. Well done. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
The old grey whistle test. EastEnders.
What are those wigs?
I've no idea, but I really love a video.
You did well, though. Congratulations. Well done, Fern. Well done, Andy. Good work.
Thank you.
Phil, good work there. You're working together nice as a team. You got 4 out of 5. OK, Julian, your team have already made their way inside the TV. I'm going to give you the remote control as well. And you can now put your ears inside these exotically tooled defenders to keep the noise out. When you're ready, you may start hopping.
World Cup.
No. That's a tough one.
Shooting Stars.
No.
Is that it?
That is hard.
Get on with it. This Is Your Life.
Yes!
Dog Search.
Yeah, look.
Fantasy Dog Search.
Oh, what is that?
Dog Watch. Watchdog.
Yes, Dog Watch. Steady.
Grease uncovered.
Yes! Very well done. Good work. Good work. Yeah, and after all that, well done, guys. Congratulations, well done. It was hard work. You had hard ones. I think you had tough ones. At the end of that round, it means that Julian's team have 7 points, but congratulations, Phill, you're in the lead with 15. Well done. Our final round is the quick fire. Fingers on the buzzer, sprint to the finish round we like to call Who Said That? This is where I ask our teams to guess which famous TV characters uttered certain immortal phrases. OK, teams, here's your first mystery celebrity. What are you going to do with this after you trim it?
Is it the chief rabbi?
You know, I get the feeling we've just gone to the test card. No, it was not. I'll do the impersonation. What are you going to do with this after you trim it?
Is it Robert Mugabe?
No. Although I do him very well. What are you going to do with this after you trim it?
Lloyd Grossman.
Yeah, it's easy.
Oh, for goodness.
That's a good impersonation of Lloyd. We're leaving the house like this. We're leaving the house like this.
I'm terribly sorry. Has Lloyd had a stroke? I didn't know.
You'll be happy to know I'm free from infection.
Chris Evans' lodger.
I'll do an impersonation. You'll be happy to know I'm free from infection.
Lloyd Grossman.
No, how could that be Lloyd Grossman?
Because it was just like the last one.
You'll be happy to know I'm free from infection.
Dr. Ruth.
No, it's Purdy from the New Avengers. This might sting a little bit. Phill?
Is it a wasp?
Bloke with the grey hair on Casualty.
You're very close.
And he always wears a little blue thing with
It's Duffy from Casualty. Casualty. What is this fatal attraction I have? Is no woman safe?
Purdy from the New Avengers.
No, don't be foolish. It's Curly Watts from Coronation Street, Kevin Kennedy. Tired, hysterical and suffering from butter cramp, we arrived at Dover. Julian.
An illegal gerbil smuggler.
And all that means that the final scores this evening are... Julia's team, you battled bravely. You did the best you could under the circumstances. Frankly, though, all three of you should be thoroughly ashamed of yourself. You have only 8 points. Phill, Fern, Handy, 17 magnificent ones for you. Congratulations. The clearest win of the series. That was It's Only TV, but I like it. We leave you with a message from one of Julian's greatest fans. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
There used to be one on Adamant down, in the group, and he was absolutely plastered with makeup. He was really... But it's only an act. When he goes out, he'd probably ought to just have a bit of moisturiser on or something. It's part of him. I couldn't imagine him without all.